to alleviate that nagging knee pain that you might be suffering from. If you aren't right now, maybe you have in the past, maybe it'll come up in the future, so you'll have this video to come back to when you need it. There's a few ways to go about attacking knee pain and how to make yourself feel better. I'm going to take you guys through a quick, easy method of doing this. Now, typically when you have a joint that's causing you some trouble, usually people tend to want to look at the actual joint and see what's going on, but most of the time, what you really need to do is look up and down from that joint and approach what's going on around it. What's happening with the muscles surrounding that joint. Typically, there's some type of an imbalance going on with the surrounding muscle tissue that will help take pressure off of that joint and make things feel better. I'm going to show you guys a quick routine on how to address knee pain and get yourself feeling better quickly and easily. There is a method to this. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to get warm. This could be riding the assault bike for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe you hop on a rower for 5 to 10 minutes. Any type of movement that's going to get you sweating a little bit and get you warm. The warmer your muscles are, the easier they are to manipulate, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is manipulating your muscle tissue surrounding the joint that's having some pain. Once you've done a quick warm-up, then what we're going to go into is massaging or rolling out the muscle. We're going to look at the muscle groups that surround the knee and start massaging and rolling. I would recommend 1 to 2 minutes at a minimum rolling each muscle group. The muscle groups we're going to look at today will be your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. What I want you guys to do is find some type of a roller. It could be a rumble roller, a regular foam roller. You could even use a handheld roller to roll out your quads, your calves, your hamstrings. If you don't have a roller at home, my #1 recommendation is the rumble roller. I've been using foam rollers for about 18 years now, and it's by far the best one that I've ever been able to get my hands on. In order to roll out your quads, you're going to lay face down on the ground, place the roller under one leg, use your opposite leg to help prop yourself up, and you'll be on your hands or your forearms working small sections of the muscle at one time. Again, we're spending 1 to 2 minutes on this. What I would recommend doing is specifically working the outer edge of the quad. You can focus on the upper area. You can focus on the area right above the knee. You can also focus on the area at the hip. This is where I would start on your journey rolling your quads, would be these 3 areas. Once you've spent about 2 minutes on the quads, we'll start rolling out the hamstrings. For this, you will sit on the roller, prop yourself up with your hands on the sides and behind you, and you'll simply just roll back and forth. Working one leg at a time is going to work better than if you're doing both at the same time. It allows you to get a little bit more on the inside and outside of the hamstring. Last, we'll be working on the calf. For this, you will stay in a similar position to what you did for rolling out the hamstring, and I would again recommend doing 1 calf at a time. Work in small sections as opposed to just rolling quickly and bypassing some knots that you might find. The slower movements that you make, the more you're going to be able to find little knots that you might need to spend a little more time on and help roll and massage those out. Once you've finished the rolling, then we're going to move on to the stretches. In order to stretch out your quads, your hip flexors, what I'm going to have you guys do is the couch stretch. More than likely, you've done this one in class. You'll use a corner of a wall, a couch, or a chair, and shove your knee in that corner. Your foot should be flat against the wall, the top of your foot flat against the wall, and you will keep a nice tight core as you get into this position. If you're extremely tight, You might not need to sweep the other leg up. If you're a little more mobile, you can plant the other foot on the ground and try to upright yourself. Once you've spent 2 minutes in the hip flexor stretch, we can move on to the hamstring stretch. For our hamstring stretch, it would be beneficial to have either an exercise band of some sort, a towel, even a t-shirt, a jump rope, something that you can string around your foot. You're going to lay down, have the object around your foot to help assist pulling your leg back towards you. Make sure that you really are mentally present and you're trying to tap into your hamstring while you do this. These stretches can be done mindlessly and not be as effective than if you actually try to put some effort in and stretch out the specific muscle group that you're wanting to get with that movement. Once you've completed 2 minutes in the hamstring stretch, we're going to move on to your calf stretch. I like this one with a band for assistance. What you would do is anchor your band onto a post, put the band around the front of your ankle, and then you can perform a few different type of ankle openers from there. You can simply just kneel down with one knee and then push the opposite knee forwards with the banded ankle being planted on the ground. You will then put pressure going left and right to the front and center to really hit all the angles and get your ankle and calf stretched out. You could also perform this without a band, doing the stretch in the same exact way. An even simpler, more common version of this stretch would be standing with your foot propped up against an object and pressing forward to stretch out the back of your calf. This method of warming up your tissue, rolling and massaging your tissue, and then lastly stretching the tissue works really well. Being warm, that muscle is nice and pliable. Massaging helps the muscle be even more pliable. And then finally stretching, when that tissue is already in a pliable state, will actually allow you to get a better stretch and see longer lasting results from it. If you have knee pain on one side, I would still recommend doing both sides. The side that is in pain, I would recommend doing the 1 to 2 minute rolling and the 2 minute stretching. If the other side has no pain, I would take maybe about half of that time on that side. You can do this method prior to your workout. You could do it after a workout. You could even do it just at any random time during the day. If your knee pain is affecting the workout, I would highly recommend doing this prior to the workout. I hope this helps bring some light, some knowledge, some information to knee pain and how to alleviate it quickly and simply. Let us know if you have any more questions or other topics that you would like covered in videos from us. We want to help educate and inform you guys. The more educated and informed you can be as a client, as an athlete, as a member of CrossFit Instinct, the better results you're going to get. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you soon.